discovered, I go right to the book, and there it is. And I get angry when I find that people are not being told these things, held back. Powers that be don't want change, but it's going to change anyway.
You want to keep the people down.
Yeah, I know.
You can continue.
The mystical life of Jesus, which I mentioned, the world's 16 crucified saviors, individuals I just mentioned who were said to have been born of virgins. The story is old. In their records, they say Pythagoras was born of a virgin. That's in their records. But when we go to these countries, we come... Well, I won't go into that because I get a little angry. Somebody Else is on the Moon by G.H. Leonard. The Day After Roswell by Colonel now of the Army, P.J. Corso. UFOs, The Secret History by Hesseman and other books long forgotten. Excellent videos to view are UFO Above and Beyond, UFOs, The Secret Evidence, and UFOs 50 Years of Denial. This was when I put this out, so there are many others now. But that's my experience and things I've found, and like I say, I've been most fortunate to find the things that I have read way ahead of the findings of our astronauts and things like that. So I think I have a fairly good solid foundation. But like I said, these laws, these universal teachings are here on this earth to this very day. It was handed down from one person to another, like from Buddha to so-and-so and so-and-so, and to Jesus, the last one, who is said to have been incarnated as a messenger of that sort. The teachings that they brought are right here, but they're not in the church.
Now, Bernard,
yeah.
Viewers might be curious. What is your opinion on so many of these great masters who've come down, who have been incarnated on Earth? Why do you? What is your belief on why this information is being withheld or suppressed or taken out of books?
They don't. The powers that be don't want people to think freely. They don't want them to be able to reason and figure out things. They put things out and say you should believe this, believe that, because so and so said so. Like for instance, I've seen.
But who do you think would benefit the most for suppressing it?
The billionaires who run the oil industry, who are reaping huge profits from people who can't hardly afford to pay taxes because they don't make enough. All this is power, 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 and profits. They are addicted like a drug addict. They want more and more and more. They build a factory for the people to work, pay them little to nothing, all that money comes to them. Then they develop machinery and say, oh, well, you know, you're fired now. I don't need you. It's a sorry, sick world in which we live. And people have to wake up, start thinking, reasoning, figure out things. Yeah.
Well, with all this that you've learned from your experiences now, with learning about UFOs in the Bible and the information that you've accumulated on UFOs in the Bible, and I know you actually have a Bible that mentions UFOs.
Oh, yes. Oh,
you can definitely show that to our viewers. This is really an incredible thing right here.
In my research, going into the Bible, I knew one day that one day the Bible is going to have to be changed. It's going to have to say what's there and not be hidden and ignored. I didn't know how quickly it was going to happen. But my wife, her sister, came to visit us right here in this house one day. She was a born-again Christian. This is the Bible she always carried with her. When they came into the kitchen and sat down and was conversing with one another, I had the book and I was looking through it. I was looking through what they call the Bible Cyclopedics to 122, page 122. And what did I see? Now, you won't be able to see it, I'm sure.
I'm going to hold it up for
here it is.
Viewers.
Here it is. Ezekiel, flying objects, unidentified UFO. King James Version of the Bible, partner edition. I think it was put out in the 1975 edition.
I don't think
you can see it. I don't think you can see it. But it's there. And when I saw that, I said to my wife's sister, oh, please, can you get me a book like this? Get me a Bible like this. Oh, she said, well, all right, next time I come back, I'll bring one. I don't think you can see it. I don't think you can see it.
I zoomed in pretty good.
Okay. I asked her, I said, could you please bring me a Bible like this? She said, okay, when I come back, I'll bring one. I don't know how many months it took before she came back again. She had this one, and she had another Bible. It's called King James Version Partner Edition.
Let me show.
1975.
Show our viewers. You can see.
What happened was when she came, the book did not have this color to it. It was a blue cover instead of a color like that. She came to visit us several months later, and like I said, she brought her book that she had with her all the time with a brand new Bible. Same edition, and that's part what they call a partner edition, King James Version, but a different year. This is 75. She gave it to me, and while they were talking, I'm looking to see if I'm going to find this on the page, 122. No longer there, it was gone. I said, oh, I said, gee, what I want is not in the book. So she said, well, here, you take this one. She didn't even know anything about what was about UFO or anything like that. Yet she was carrying it around. Yet it said UFO, unidentified flying object, and I have it.
Why do you think that she never questioned it?
She didn't.
Being in the Bible, or other people who have saw that in their Bible.
I don't think they understand it. I don't know. You know, it's like when I came to reading the Bible, the key for me to see things and understand it a little bit better was my personal sightings. If I had been in the ancient times, I would have probably called it a moving star. I would have known no different. But I knew about planes. I wanted to be a pilot one time. I went to Howard High School of Aviation. I just didn't have the stickativeness to stay there. But when I saw, I could have called it a star. But I knew it wasn't a star. In this day and age, I thought of meteors. I thought of everything, meteors, flares, helicopter, plane, and everything, and nothing fit. But it looked like a star. But it was moving and it stopped, just like they say in these books. So to have this experience, when I looked, I could recognize it. That was the key for me. I
find it curious that was taken out.
Yes. Why couldn't they have left it there? Somebody said, uh-oh, let's take this out. Who put this in here?
Do you think that they were afraid that questions would be raised about it?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course it would be raised. In the beginning of the Bible, the sons of God, plural, came to earth from the heaven. They had to come flying in something. Came down and mated with the young ladies here on the earth.
Came on two.
Yeah, came into it. That means they mated. Had relations with them. It's all in the book. And like I say, the brothers and sisters. People don't know he had brothers and sisters. It's all there. But the ministers, they just pick and choose what they want for a sermon. And then you can't question them. What they said, everything is done, everything is finished. Everybody leave now. It's ridiculous. People wake up, wake up, wake up. Gee.
Is there anything else you want to add about UFOs in the Bible?
No, I think that was pretty much. Oh, I think I might have mentioned before, a minister. And I think I met this minister. I think he was what they call a Unitarian. I joined the Unitarian Church. Of course, Unitarian, when I went there, I saw all these banners of all the different religions. So I figured this was something, might be something good. Well, I met a minister there who believed in UFOs. I don't think at the time he mentioned it, that he believed in UFOs. But somebody told me after a period of time that there was a minister giving a UFO lecture in Valley Green. Green Valley? What do you call it out there? No, not Green Acres.
Green Acres?
No, not Green Acres. Valley Stream.
Valley Stream, New York.
Valley Stream. And I went, and I saw the guy who was giving the lecture was the same guy that was a minister in the church. And if I remember correctly, he said that he found over 300 references to flying objects in the Bible. And that might be the same guy that I see on Ancient Aliens minister.
On History Channel.
Yeah. I think it's the same guy, but I'm not sure. It's been quite some time.
Now, I know with the Catholic Church, they had a Monsignor Balducci who came out talking about that the Catholic Church actually acknowledges the existence of extraterrestrial life. I believe he passed away, but
yeah, I think
for
so.
our viewers, you can Google it.
Yeah.
Monsignor Balducci.
Yep.
Quite an interesting lecture that you gave us, Bernard.
Thanks. I get angry sometimes because I pity the people who are being held back by just believing what somebody says. Search. I can understand, I guess, like we was talking before, that people work hard. They work 8 hours, sometimes 6 or 7 days a week. When they come home, they can't sit down and read. They're too tired. I can understand that. But the system has to change. It has to change. People have to be given more time to research, to study, to develop their innate abilities. Because everyone comes into life. We have certain abilities that we are very good at. But we have to discover so we can bring it out again. Instead of just going to a particular job because of the amount of money you can make and things like that. It has to change. Yeah.
Well, with that will wrap up our episode on UFOs in the Bible. Adrian and Bernard, take care, and please leave us some comments and share it with others. And we're going to bring you future videos that I believe that will be worth watching, and hope you enjoy them. Thank you. Bye-bye.